In this issue, what kind of ball J.Lo arranged for herself on her 50th birthday, and why she celebrated it without Ben. How did Affleck secretly leave the family home while Jen was vacationing in Italy? Has there already been a divorce? For how much does a couple sell their luxurious 30-room mansion? Where did the actor move to his ex-wife, or to a new bachelor house? And what Lopez plans to do, save the relationship, or sue you half of the state? Support us with a like, and we will keep you up to date with the star news. Jennifer Lopez celebrated her 50th birthday on the 24th of July. The day before her official birthday, she threw a loud party in the style of the acclaimed Netflix series Bridgerton. There were horses, carriages, the birthday girl and her family were entertained by live musicians. Guests performed ballroom dances as if in ancient times. J.Lo sang for her guests. In general, everything was almost like at a real ball. All the guests have passed the dress code and put on elegant and refined costumes. Lopez's mother, Guadalupe Rodriguez, was seen wearing a pastel blue dress that conveys the elegance of that era. In general, at the birthday celebration, the singer invited only the closest and dearest. Lopez sat on the throne in the image of the Bridgerton heroine, Queen Charlotte, played by Goldarra Chauvel. She was wearing a gorgeous custom-made gold Victorian dress. She complemented the look with high gold platform sandals, and gathered her hair into a complex high hairstyle with a tiara. Lopez's jewelry was relatively simple: a gold heart pendant on a chain, small diamond earrings and pearl bracelets partially hidden under transparent white gloves. The dress for the star was created by the famous Indian fashion designer Manish Malhotra. In his Instagram, he wrote, "The iconic Jennifer Lopez celebrates her birthday in a unique Bridgerton style with our custom couture. 40 craftsmen worked on a corset and a Victorian skirt with a vintage brocade for almost 3,500 hours. A floral motif, hand-molded from sequins, and more than 500,000 crystals. Each petal of sequins was processed to preserve its shade for the production of this ensemble. It is a celebration of intricate artistry and Indian craftsmanship." Malhotra called it an honor to dress the iconic pop star to celebrate her anniversary. By the way, Indian fashion designer Malhotra created incredible images for the wedding of billionaire heir Anant Ambani. 2 weeks ago, this wedding of the century took place, and we have a big issue on the channel, in which we tell not only about the stunning outfits of the bride and groom, but also about all the crazy and shocking expenses of the newlyweds, about Hollywood stars who arrived at the celebration, and their fees for performances, and also about how the wedding celebration lasted for 6 months, and the young people arranged for their guests. A luxury cruise across the Mediterranean on a liner. We will leave a link to the release in the description of this video. Jennifer Lopez had a smaller scale of the holiday, of course, but it wasn't a wedding either. By the way, the singer's husband Ben Affleck was not present at the celebration. But despite this, J.Lo shared photos from the holiday on her account and wrote, "Dear gentle reader, we all had a wonderful evening." The official Netflix account commented on her post and replied, "The diamond of the season." Fans of the series appreciated the humor and barked a comment. For dancing, Lopez changed into another intricate outfit, this time choosing a green dress with open shoulders and a long train. At the end of the holiday, the hero of the occasion was waiting for a large cake of 4 tiers. We don't know what the singer wished for, but given the failed concert tour and relationship problems, we suspect that she has enough desires. The next day, on her real birthday, Lopez posted a photo in silk name pajamas, with the date July 24th, 2024 year. In the post, she thanked all her fans for showing her love. "I've seen all your birthday greetings, beautiful videos and posts all night and this morning from all over the world. I laughed, smiled, shed tears, and when I saw the billboard in Times Square, I was very shocked. I really have the best, most amazing fans in the world. I have never been able to express how touched I am and how incredibly happy that you are all a part of my life. It's hard to believe we've spent all this time together. It's funny, but when I reflect on my extraordinary journey, I still feel like the same girl who is just starting out. I have so much energy and bravado, ready to take on the whole world from the outside, and at the same time I am so tender. Fragile inside, and sometimes scared, but always full of love. I love you so much." A day after the noisy party, Jennifer Lopez hosted a modest dinner with friends at a restaurant in East Hampton in honor of her birthday. For this evening, she chose a cream dress with sequins. There were only 5 people among the guests, Ben was not among them again. This time they didn't celebrate for long. At 11:30, the restaurant staff led the singer through the back door to avoid her meeting with the paparazzi. And the company turned on the music loudly and quickly left. Later, she posted a video in which she sings a duet with her vocal teacher Stevie Motke. She signed this post like this: "For a new and happy year full of sunshine. Lopez is doing her best to show that everything is fine with her despite the crisis in her marriage and some problems in her career. She is not discouraged and actively demonstrates her beauty and sexuality to the world. Shows millions of fans that he is in great shape." Ben's absence from her birthday party provoked a new wave of talk about their divorce. Recall that in March of this year, there were rumors that the couple began to have problems in the relationship. The paparazzi literally wouldn't let them pass, they followed them everywhere. Ben was increasingly seen with a very sad expression on his face, which has already become a meme. In the network, they began to actively discuss the fact that in all the photos with his ex-wife Jennifer Garner, he smiles, laughs, and looks happy, but in the photo he looks sad and sullen. When the couple came together to the Golden Globe ceremony, Ben, as usual, was sad and did not give away smiles. When the singer went on the red carpet without her husband, the journalist asked her a question. What happened to Ben's face? Of course, Jen tried to laugh it off, and for a while they pretended that nothing was happening, and they were just chilling. But in their environment, they have already begun to discuss the problems in the couple's relationship. Periodically, the stars came out together and demonstrated that they seemed to be doing well, and they were still together. After each new headline in the press about the divorce, they arranged dates in public. Together they went to the graduation of the actor's daughter Violet. But mostly, these joint appearances in public looked very staged. One minute they are walking nicely in the park by the hands, then they are just kissing on a crowded city street. All this looks more like a thoughtful posing for paparazzi than a sudden rush of tender feelings. To dispel rumors of problems between them, celebrities appeared in public places more often and kissed for longer and longer. To make sure they were removed, and the video was posted on the internet. Even of the young Hollywood couples, we do not recall such passionate and publicly showing their feelings as Affleck and Lopez. When dozens of such videos get online in a week, you definitely wonder what the couple is trying to demonstrate to the public. One of these videos shows how J.Lo meets Ben in the evening from work. The car stops in front of an open gate and does not go inside, and the couple right in front of the house starts showing us how they missed each other. We think all these performances are not directed by Ben. We do not know under what blackmail he agreed to these performances, but his face and gestures betrayed the true state of affairs. Despite the fact that he is a good actor, but he could not adequately play the role of a madly in love. In these scenes, J.Lo played for 2 kisses, hugs, a loving look. She did everything to make them look as happy as on their honeymoon. There are several moments in this video where it is clearly visible that Jennifer understands perfectly well that they are being filmed and are looking directly into the camera. One such moment at the beginning, when she was just coming out of the gate, probably decided to see if the operator was in place and give the go-ahead. The second point at the end, she wanted to make sure that everything was filmed. Fans were not convinced by such videos, and rumors about problems in the star couple only grew. Moreover, insiders from the inner circle regularly leaked information to the media that the marriage is on the verge of divorce, and that the stars no longer live together. Ben even started hiding his hand from the paparazzi so that it wouldn't be visible if he was still wearing the ring. But Jen, on the contrary, even when she went out alone, showed everyone that the ring was in place. By the way, Ben missed several significant events for J.Lo, including the Met Gala, where she was co-chair, and the premiere of her film Atlas. Since then, the attention of the press and fans to the couple has only intensified. Everyone was watching closely and wanted to understand what was going on with their relationship. Photographers and journalists were on duty at the star's house day and night. One day Ben couldn't even stand it and got out of the car to scold the photographers for blinding him with flashes. All this time, there were rumors that the divorce process had already begun, and the couple would officially announce their separation when everything was formalized. In the meantime, Lopez, who needs to save the tour from failure, is profitable to play with the public. But it was not possible to save her tour, tickets were not sold at all, and she had to cancel a world tour, for the preparation and promotion of which millions of dollars had already been spent. Lopez planned to perform at stadiums, and did not want to change them to smaller venues. The tour was to be held in support of the singer's ninth studio album, called This Is Me Now. 30 concerts were planned in Canada and in the United States. The first show was dated June 26 in Orlando. The final concert was to take place on August 17 in the artist's hometown, in New York. But J.Lo had to make it official. "I'm very upset that I let you down. Please know, I wouldn't do this if I didn't feel it was absolutely necessary. I promise that I will reimburse you for this, and we will all be together again. I love you so much. Until the next meeting." Representatives of the singer said that Jennifer is taking a vacation to be with her family, and continued to fuel rumors about her divorce. Jennifer needs time to be with her children, family, and close friends. And at the beginning of summer, when the singer flew alone to Italy for a vacation, where she arranged boat trips, made beautiful photos for Instagram, walked the old Italian streets, took selfies with fans, and sunbathed a lot on boats, Affleck unexpectedly took all his things out of the mansion in Beverly Hills, where they lived together. By the way, the couple chose this house for $60 million together to move into it after the wedding. The actors quite carefully selected this family nest, but they did not live there for a year. The couple's vast possessions consisted of 12 bedrooms, 24 bathrooms, incredibly spacious living rooms, a large dining room, a wine cellar, a barber shop, a nail salon, a home theater, a sauna with massage rooms, a gym, a swimming pool, a basketball court, and a boxing ring. The house was gigantic, and Jennifer personally designed it. She didn't know about Ben's intention to leave when she left the United States for a vacation in Europe. When Lopez returned to California, she discovered that Ben had completely evicted from their 30-room mansion. "And I was in shock," friends of the singer told. Jen was horrified when she came back and found out that Ben had packed everything and taken it out while she was gone. She took it as a real slap in the face, and it further separated them as a couple. The house was immediately put up for sale. They say that at first the couple wanted to sell it quietly, and the information that the house was for sale was distributed only among acquaintances, but when a few weeks later there was no buyer, they had to put it up officially. It's sad to admit, but history has repeated itself. Ben left Jennifer for the second time. We will briefly remind you the story of their first breakup. The actors met in the 2002 year on the joint filming of the film Gilly. That's when their romantic relationship began, which did not always go smoothly, but was always under the gaze of the paparazzi. The couple was even engaged, and the wedding date had already been set, on the engagement ring with a pink diamond, which the actor presented. He made an engraving with the inscription "Sing." But a few days before the ceremony, the wedding was cancelled. What was the reason for the separation, the couple never said. Lopez, in one of her interviews, shared her experiences and said that it was the most difficult moment in her life. And the singer's former manager Rob Shooter, who worked with her from 2003 to 2005 years, called Ben's alcohol addiction the reason for the couple's breakup. He said, "It was Ben who broke off the relationship for the first time. He ran away because he couldn't handle his demons. Ben struggled with them for a long time and eventually managed to take them under control. The first time they met Jen was at the wrong time for him." The stars reunited only 18 years later. During this time, they have both been in marriages in which each had children. For the second time, Ben proposed at a very unexpected moment when Lopez was splashing in the bathroom. "I was caught off guard and just looked into his eyes, smiling and crying at the same time, trying to realize that after 20 years this is happening again. I literally lost the power of speech. I was smiling broadly, and tears were streaming down my face. There was nothing fancy about the offer, but it was definitely the most romantic thing I could imagine. We got a second chance at true love. The second time, Ben made a more sentimental engraving on the ring. This is a simple but meaningful message of 3 words: I'm not going anywhere. In July 2022 year, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez finally played a long-awaited wedding, which was followed by millions of their fans around the world. And so 2 years later, Ben packed up and left their house. Technically, he didn't break his promise carved on his wedding ring. He didn't leave, he quietly ran away when his wife was not at home. After leaving a luxury mansion for $60 million, the Oscar-winning actor rented a house in Brentwood. This house, located just a few blocks from the home of his ex-wife Jennifer Garner and their 3 children. The ex-wife, who from the very beginning supported the former, against the background of his problems with alcohol, as well as in the crisis of relations with Jennifer Lopez, often came to the rented house Africa to cook him a meal. Moreover, she even moved some of her things to him if she had to stay overnight. Ex-spouses often meet and spend time with their children. Recently, insiders told the media that his ex-wife offered him to move in with her and even gave him a key to her house. Garner offers to provide Ben with housing. He spends a lot of time with her anyway, coming to dinner and hanging out with the kids. Therefore, Jen is open to the idea of him moving back. It is worth noting that Garner is in a long-term relationship with businessman John Milor. But even that didn't stop her from calling Ben home. The Garner house is spacious enough to accommodate everyone. By the way, here's an interesting fact for you. In the film From 13 to 30, in which Garner played the main role, Lopez looms against her background with the 25th frame, literally every 10 minutes of the film. The film was shot in 2004 year. Lopez dated Ben from 2001 to 2003, and Garner's relationship with the actor began only in the middle of 2004, and she married him only in 2005. In this film, Garner does not yet suspect that this is her future husband's ex-wife, and that after 10 years of marriage, he will leave her back bedbugs. And then Lopez will leave and come crying in Garner's vest. It's good that the girls have one name for two, Jennifer. Ben won't get confused with drunk. In general, we are not conspiracy theorists, and we are not hinting at anything, but in this context, it looks funny. Especially considering the fact that the film is From 13 to 30. About one mistake of youth, which I want to go back and fix. Regarding Garner's offer, Ben took the keys to the house to come to the children, but he did not move as to his wife. Probably did not want to anger the already angry Lopez. And a few days ago, there was news that Ben had purchased a new mansion, where he would live alone for the time being. The star's house is located in Pacific Palace, one of the most prestigious areas of Los Angeles. The actor now has 5 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, several dining rooms, an office, dressing rooms, a media room, and a guest house. For a new home, the Hollywood actor gave $20.5 million. The American media claim that the couple divorced back in March, but neither Lopez nor Affleck officially confirmed this information. Their friends have previously claimed that the couple is working to keep the family together. But recent events have little resemblance to that. The reasons for the divorce are also still unknown. One of the sources told People magazine, Jen likes to open her heart to fans and the whole world. Meanwhile, Ben is more introspective and secretive, which complicates their daily life together. Ben expressed a similar thought in J.Lo's documentary The Greatest Love Story, which was released this year. In the film, he reflected on how they got back together with the singer after their loud breakup, and said, "When I got back together, I said to Jen, listen, one of the things I don't want is a relationship on social networks. And then I realized it wasn't fair. It's like if you were going to marry a boat captain and said, well, I don't like the water." It seems that he understands that this is not fair. He knows that Lopez is a diva who constantly needs the attention of the public, an entourage, the glare of spotlights, and red carpets. But he doesn't want to tolerate it himself. All this super public and paparazzi harassment slightly annoyed Ben, but the same source claims that this is not the main reason for their breakup. The idea that Ben thinks Jennifer is too famous and that he didn't know what he was getting into. as well as the fact that he can't stand the huge attention to their marriage, is not true. There are deeper problems there. What kind of problems they are, and how deep they are, we can only guess. But after getting rid of them, the American actor is already planning to organize a freedom party to celebrate the end of his relationship with J.Lo. In addition, the actor chose a difficult place for the holiday, but the location where they got married 2 years ago. One of Ben's friends told me, Ben just wants to escape from all this and enjoy life again, and he wants to take his close friends with him. He's talking about throwing a big party in Georgia, which is quite ironic, since that's where he and J.Lo had their grand wedding. There was also talk of doing it in Las Vegas, as he still loves playing poker, and his friends do too. But that's where they officially got married. No matter where he decides to organize this party, even if it's a place that has nothing to do with his marriage, it will hurt for J.Lo because it will be regarded as a celebration of escaping from their relationship. But from his point of view, it would just be a way to express gratitude to his friends Matt Damon, Jennifer Garner, and others who supported him during a really difficult time. He hasn't been himself for the last few months. He's been very absorbed in this breakup, and even before that, he just disappeared for friends because he was in his bubble with J.Lo. He regrets it and wants to make amends to his friends, and he wants to be free and have some fun. Ben has really struggled, and he needs to have some fun and just relax. But J.Lo believes that he did not try to save their marriage, and because of his refusal to fight for a relationship, she is very offended with her husband and refused to divorce peacefully. She intends to sue him for half of his fortune. As it turned out, during their marriage, the singer took on most of the expenses, and now she has decided to issue Ben a full bill. Jennifer paid for most of their marital expenses, and now she feels that he owes her. And she intends to take not only her own. Jennifer Lopez's mom, Guadalupe Rodriguez, said her daughter wasted years on Ben Affleck. She can't wait for her daughter to end her relationship with Ben because she believes that the singer is losing herself in a failed marriage and wants Jay to move on and not bury herself in an even bigger hole pretending that everything is fine. In the meantime, the singer collects checks for everything she paid for in her marriage at her own expense. Ben is getting closer and closer to his ex-wife. As a result, Lopez and Affleck were married for less than 2 years. Why it was not possible to build a strong family for the second time is unknown. Ben's alcoholism, Jennifer's complex character, different temperament, or something else. We will most likely learn this only from the next Jennifer Lopez documentary. She probably won't let go of this situation, and if she didn't get love, she will turn the story of parting into money. Write what you think about this in the comments. If you were interested, please like and subscribe to the channel. And we will follow the news and keep you informed.